Depression. It's a dark cloud that can hover over anyone. Seems pretty gloomy, right? But it's not the end of the world, folks. In fact, it's a common issue that many of us face. Yes, you heard it right. Many of us. 1 in 5 people, to be exact. It's not a sign of weakness or a character flaw. It's a real medical condition, just like heart disease or diabetes. And just as we wouldn't judge someone for having high blood pressure, we shouldn't stigmatize those dealing with depression. There's a lot of misconceptions floating around about depression. Some say it's just being sad, others think it's a choice. But let's be clear, it's neither. It's a complex mental health disorder, but here's the good news. Overcoming depression is possible. It's not easy and it's not quick. Overcoming depression isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. But don't worry, you're not running alone. Depression is a sly beast. It doesn't always roar, sometimes it whispers. It's like a shadowy figure that creeps up on you, slowly and subtly, often going unnoticed until it's fully taken hold. One of the most cunning aspects of depression is that it doesn't manifest itself in the same way for everyone. Its signs can be sneaky, almost imperceptible. For some, it might feel like a persistent sadness, a heavy cloud that hangs overhead, casting a dark shadow on even the brightest days. This isn't just about feeling blue or having a bad day. It's a constant state of unhappiness that lingers, making it hard to find joy in anything. Then there's the loss of interest or pleasure in activities once enjoyed. This could be anything from hobbies and pastimes to social interactions and even daily tasks. Picture your favorite food. Now imagine it suddenly tastes like cardboard. That's what depression can do. It can dull the vibrant colors of life, leaving everything in a monotonous gray. Let's not forget the physical symptoms. Depression can cause changes in appetite and sleep patterns. Some might find themselves eating or sleeping more than usual, while others might experience a loss of appetite or insomnia. It's like a seesaw that just won't balance, leaving you either exhausted or restless. But here's the thing. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards overcoming depression. It's like solving a puzzle. You need to identify the pieces before you can start putting it together. And sometimes these pieces are not as obvious as we'd like them to be. Depression is a complex condition, and its signs can be elusive, often masquerading as just feeling off or being out of sorts. But by understanding these common symptoms, we can start to see the bigger picture and take the necessary steps towards recovery. If some of these signs ring a bell, it's okay. Remember, realizing there's a problem is the first step to solving it. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Once you know what you're dealing with, you can start to navigate your way out. Depression is not a DIY project, folks. It's not something you have to handle on your own. Now let's talk about the power of professional help. It's a game changer, and here's why. When you're dealing with depression, you're not just fighting a battle against your thoughts and emotions. You're up against a complex mix of chemical imbalances, past experiences, and sometimes deeply ingrained behavior patterns. That's a lot for any one person to handle alone. Enter the professionals, therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, the whole shebang. They're not just there to nod and offer a comforting word now and then. They're armed with years of training, experience, and a vast arsenal of techniques designed to help you navigate this turbulent sea. Think of therapy as your custom-made roadmap. It's not one size fits all. Every session is tailored to your specific needs, experiences, and goals. It's your personal guide to understanding your thoughts, your emotions, and most importantly, yourself. And that understanding, it's the first step towards transformation. Then we have medication. Now don't get us wrong, we're not saying pills are magic, but in some cases they can be a vital part of your recovery journey. Psychiatrists can prescribe medication to help correct chemical imbalances that might be fueling your depression. They work in tandem with therapy, not as a standalone solution. Here's the thing though, seeking professional help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It means you're taking control, you're choosing to fight, and you're ready to reclaim your life. So don't hesitate. Reach out, consult a professional. You don't have to walk this path alone. And you'd be surprised at the difference a little professional guidance can make. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. In fact, it's more than okay. It's crucial. Because when it comes to overcoming depression, you're not just fighting for survival. You're fighting for a chance to live, to thrive, and to experience all the joy and beauty that life has to offer. Ever heard the saying, healthy body, healthy mind? Well, it's not just a saying, it's science. Let's talk about the power of small steps that can make a big impact. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep are the 3 pillars of physical well-being that can also work wonders on your mental health. You see, when you exercise, your body releases feel-good chemicals called endorphins. These little guys are your body's natural mood lifters. Now, we're not saying you have to run a marathon or bench press your own weight. No, small steps, remember? Start with a 15-minute walk around the block or a quick yoga session in your living room. Next up, we have our diet. Just like a car, your brain needs quality fuel to run efficiently. When we say balanced, we're talking about a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean protein, and whole grains. These foods are packed with nutrients that your brain needs to function at its best. Think of it as giving your brain a tune-up. Let's not forget about sleep. Good restful sleep is crucial for mental health. When you sleep, your brain gets a chance to rest and recharge. It's like hitting the reset button on your mental state. Aim for 7 to 9 hours a night. Now, while we're on the topic of habits, let's talk about some that can harm your mental health. Alcohol, for instance, is a depressant. It may provide temporary relief, but in the long run, it only exacerbates depression. And smoking. Nicotine messes with your neurotransmitters and can make your symptoms worse. So let's sum it up. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and good sleep can help manage depression. Cutting back on alcohol and giving up smoking can also contribute significantly. Remember, these are small steps. You don't have to do it all at once. Small changes can make a big difference. Step by step, you can build a healthier, happier you. Depression can make you feel isolated. But remember, you're not alone on this journey. Now let's talk about something that can be a game changer in your battle against depression. Building a support network. It's like having a safety net of relationships for all those times when you might stumble or fall. This isn't about having a huge group of friends or being the life of the party. It's about having a handful of people who genuinely care about you and want to help you get through this tough time. You see, reaching out to others can be a lifeline when you're feeling down. Sure, it might feel scary at first, especially when depression tells you that you're a burden or that no one will understand. But that's just not true. You'd be surprised at how much people want to help if they knew what you were going through. And it's not just about friends and family. There are also support groups out there, both in person and online, where you can share your experiences with people who are going through the same thing. These groups can provide you with a sense of community and understanding that's hard to find elsewhere. It's incredibly comforting to know that you're not alone, that others are walking this same path. Sharing your experiences can also provide a sense of relief. Sometimes just putting your feelings into words can help you make sense of them, and hearing others share their stories can give you a fresh perspective. It can make you realize that it's okay to not be okay all the time, and that it's okay to ask for help. So don't hesitate to reach out. Send that text, make that call, join that support group. You never know how much of a difference it can make until you try. Remember, we're social creatures. Connecting with others can be a powerful tool in your battle against depression. Overcoming depression isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a journey, and every journey has its ups and downs. Now let's talk about the road that lies ahead. It's essential to understand that this journey is not a sprint, but a marathon. There will be days when you feel like you're on top of the world, and there will be days when getting out of bed feels like a Herculean task. This is where perseverance comes into play. Perseverance means continuing to move forward even when the going gets tough. It's about understanding that healing from depression is not a linear process. It's okay to have bad days, to feel overwhelmed, to take a step back. What's important is that you don't give up. You keep going, recognizing that these moments of struggle are just part of the journey. Patience, too, is a crucial companion on this journey. It's about accepting that change takes time. It's about understanding that recovery doesn't happen overnight. It's about being gentle with yourself, allowing yourself the time and space to heal, and not rushing the process. And as you navigate this journey, remember to celebrate the small victories. Did you manage to get out of bed today? Did you eat a healthy meal? Did you reach out to a friend? These are all victories worth celebrating. They're signs that you're moving forward, that you're taking steps towards recovery. Setbacks, too, are part of the journey. They're not signs of failure, but reminders that recovery is a process. It's okay to stumble, to fall. What's important is that you pick yourself back up and keep moving forward. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. You're stronger than you think, and you've got this. This journey may be challenging, but it's also an opportunity for growth, for transformation. So keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. Because you're not alone on this journey, and you're stronger than you think. You've got this.